What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about what YieldMax ETFs have performed the best as far as a price return. So this illustration is not going to include the dividends. We are just looking at what funds have essentially eroded the least amount. So let's go and look at the spreadsheet I created here. Listed pretty much all the ETFs out except for the inverse ones. Just didn't really care about looking at those right now. But looking at this list, let's go ahead and sort it down a little bit further here. So format, sort range. What do you want to sort by? We can just sort by E, I guess. E or D should be the same. Okay, so make this a little bit bigger here. So the top performing fund year to date from a price return perspective, dating back to, okay, so that's another thing that we'll have to address here. The dates aren't exactly the same. You know, obviously next year, all these funds will be already in existence, but you can see this first example here, Misty started February 22nd. So that's where the data is kind of deriving from. Compared to NVDY, it's starting back January 2nd. So that's the best we can kind of do with the data we have. Not all these funds kind of were released on the same date. So just understand that looking at the chart here. So first one on the list is Misty, followed by NVDY, followed by TSMY, followed by SMCY. Wow. Look at the, well, at least these three are these semiconductors. Looks like they're leading the way. Misty, that's on a different playing field, obviously, with the underlying being Mr. and MSTR and having a lot of crypto exposure. But yeah, so with that being said, it looks like the only ones that are in the green are 7 funds. And that is Netflix, the Palantir based one. So these were actually, so Netflix is a full year. I know Palantir is only like less than a month. This got released back in October. So it's not up much, about 2%. Babo, once again, it's not much data here, less than, it's about to be 3 months, so 2.5 months. Up 3%. SMCY up 3%. SMCY was released, back in September, so not much data yet there either. TSMY, same thing, August. It's up 10% since its inception. NVIDIA, that is one that's been around the full year, and that is a 20% return just from the starting price versus the current price. And then MSTY, since February, it's just the price return has returned at 33%. So, so what do we have here? We have over 30 funds. If you guys can see all of those there, probably not. Scroll it back. Yeah, you guys can only see down to Microsoft. Let's see if I could zoom this out a little bit. Okay. Zoom in out a little bit. Okay, so the bottom one there you can see is MRNY, which is down 71% from a price return, followed by AIYY, and then Alti, Coney, Tesla. So I'm not sure if any of these have actually had like reverse splits. You know, I'm sure that might kind of distort this data a little bit here, but just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to shoot a quick video. Here we go. You can see a little bit better now. And then if we go back to 100%, zoom this about, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so needless to say, Misty's leading the way, followed by NVIDIA, TSMY, SMCY. So what do you guys think? Do you care about the price return when investing into these funds? I personally definitely do. You know, I definitely want yield for my portfolio, but I don't want something that's just simply eroding exactly what the yield is. I want it to be able to at least, stay flat would be ideal. Obviously, anything in the green is nice as well. But I like that just because I have some exit liquidity, right? Or, it's a little easier to get in and out of positions. But if a stock is just simply dropping a significant amount, you're getting the distributions. But if you ever need to exit that position, you're going to take a loss on the share side. So, so let me know what you guys think down below. What funds are you looking at currently for a price return perspective? Not necessarily the highest yielding one, but which ones do you think can hold their NAV the best? Obviously like the YMAG and the YMAX, those are probably the most diversified YieldMax funds that are out there. But yeah, curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know down below in the comment section.